This is a prophetic healing spoken word from my inner child to yours, entitled The Reclamation of the Phoenix Child Within by the Goddess Divine. I felt a deep stillness move over my heart today. It was calling me in to feel what is there to be felt. So I obliged and laid there in my bed, snuggling under my covers, letting the sensations wash over me. I desired the warmth and softness of my bed, offering a deep comfort to my soul. In this unraveling, I felt a grief stirring, asking for my witness. And as I welcomed it, I discovered underneath, to my surprise, a stoic and quiet resentment presenting itself to be seen. Surprised and curious, I then approached this emotion, circling it as if a dance were beginning, asking it to reveal itself. It made haste to be plainly understood. Images passed through my mind, friend groups and social situations, and even lovers, in which I have experienced deep rejection, or I have deeply rejected others. And then she spoke to me. I deeply resent all of the rejection I've experienced in this life. It evokes a hopeless kind of sadness that echoes through long halls, that exasperates itself. Just as the echo starts to fade, there's another surface to pick it up again, carrying it deeper into the caverns within me. Particularly in regards to women who have been my friends, I resent what feels to me the acceptance of the follies and vices of others within the group, but when it comes to mine, quiet reproach. I resent the closeness between you that is limited towards me. I resent the deepest cry of my heart and soul to be seen and fully accepted, a need continually unmet by others. It stokes a seething rage that boils beneath me, wondering in its maddening anger, what is wrong with me? What must I change? And it boils within me like a bubbling cauldron of dragon fire, and I imagine its release, flying high in the sky, screaming as the flames pour forth from my throat. Enough rage to burn the whole world. The shame of it within me, silently seething. And untowards the men whose ambivalence, untethered lack of support, and ever elusive love began with the one man who was supposed to teach me how to be loved. And through the many faces and temperaments of the fathers, I came to believe, between the silent retreat of masculine love and the blood-dripping sting of its blow to my flesh, that indeed a wrathful creature I must be to warrant such displeasing attentions. I resent the poison of dripping blade that pierced my heart in 1,000 ways. To what defense could such a young one befriend but frozen walls of unfeeling, to hide my blinding rage. A rage that sucks away my great life force, sacrificed to keep it hidden in place. Yet this deepest betrayal reveals my own face, the perpetrator I've become, to maintain the state of self-hate and destruction absorbed from those around me as a tender babe. And through the vows of suffering obligation, I learned that to belong required the deepest violation and rejection of myself, to venerate those whose legacy I beseeched. A torment of silent screams to eventually realize through decades of playing out the same scenes that I am not just a victim on the screen, but the writer, director, stage, and theater of my own life's dream. The nightmare ends by looking behind the screen to witness all that remains unseen. Every soul that has played their part in my story, at least since adulthood, has simply been responding to the energy signals I've been sending. And for those souls who shaped my early life, did so at the request of the grand architect of my life, which is me. That part of me that exists beyond the veil. It shows the lessons for this life school, and all of me agreed. And yet, whilst in form I may venomously disagree, the truth of it eventually dawns upon the universe within me. I can no longer deny my story. Those inner parts within me who have swallowed the grief and confusion and rage and loneliness I've been unwilling or unable to feel. Their twisted, hidden lives, these frozen angels of trauma within me. They can hold onto it all no more. And so it leaks out into my life, spilling all around me. And no amount of shame or denial or religious ideology can save me from it. The bill has come due, and I must feel everything. Can I see the courage of what I have faced? Can I accept the script that's brought this fate? Can I release the judgment against myself? Can I see the world for the mirror it presents? Can I mine the gold within the pain? Can I shift my story and stop the blame? Can I access the compassion and love within to welcome home all that's been cast off again? I still have all my feelings about the deep, deep suffering rejection has brought. But the gift that's waiting within the ashes is the phoenix child whose love is everlasting, whose power to create is swift and pure, whose knowing is instant, whose direction is sure, the one who holds the key to always belonging. These are the wisdoms collected from a life filled with rejection. surrendering the way forward to this little master within, whose awe and wonder and innocence begin to shape a new path forward, the wise one within me of awe and magic, who's following breadcrumbs of starlight and dragons and fairies and wisps that illuminate the twilight. She guides me into my darkness unafraid, as the goddess Bridget of the eternal flame, bearer of the light that fears no darkness. She knows upon meeting it, suddenly it vanishes. As it is with all darkness, which is simply all that is unknown and unclaimed within us. Shall the toothless madman within be blamed for the madness absorbed through denying his pain? Shall the whore within shrink in shame at the violations of innocence that birthed her? Our soul is a hall of mirrors in a fun house, revealing and reflecting so many different archetypes. All of them are us, and none of them are us. And yet we must explore each one to exhaust the truth that desires the oneness of all life. There's nowhere to run, nothing to deny, and everything to feel. Reclaim yourself.